Hello, I was asked to choose a question from my course subject for this exam. Therefore, I chose Fundamental of ICT as my course subject. This question is from my assignment back in January 2021. Okay, the question is, nowadays, social networking services such as Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube are widely used, especially among youngsters. Discuss three advantages and two disadvantages of these social networking services. Okay, in this modern era, almost you can say everyone, even kids, are equipped with telephones. So when you are as a kid having a telephone, of course you'll be use all those applications that is considered as social networking services. So let's look at what are the advantages of using these three applications. Sorry, these network services. Number one, it allows connectivity and communication regardless of wherever you are, your gender, and your geographical locations. Let's take back in the 90s where we don't have any mediums, these kind of facilities. We are only using um, letters to communicate with whoever you want, regardless of, let's say, your relatives, your friends, your family members, those regardless of their geographical location, let it be abroad or even locally, such as Semenanjung and Sabah Sarawak. So when you have these um, social networking services, it isn't your communications between them. You can instantly call whenever you want, and best example is during pandemic, you were able to communicate with them even though you were under a lockdown, a pandemic period. So that is the first advantage. The second advantage is you able to share information. Unlike those days where we most of the time we get information from newspapers and televisions, a factual information. So nowadays information has been um, uploaded to our websites, to um, network services platforms. So it is easier, it is at your fingertips to get all those informations. Number three, the third advantage would be your career opportunities. There's a platform such as LinkedIn where you can just upload your pictures, your profiles, your biodatas, and update your skills and places you have worked and with relevant experience. Based on these criteria, the headhunters or the recruiters will be able to sort or source out their preferred candidates from that platform. Take it back in the days again where you have to walk in for an interview session, where you have to walk in building after a building to hand in your resumes. Nowadays those hassles has been gone with the help of these network services. But as we mentioned, there's advantages, it comes with disadvantages as well. Let's look at the two disadvantages of using these network services. Number one, it promotes it most of the time promotes a false information. When someone is sharing information in on these network services, it need not to be a accurate one, because there is no facts to back up the information being shared. So it could be hoax, or it could be from any, it based on their opinion, it could be biased. So whenever you are getting that information and you sharing it among all your peers or anyone, it becomes it is a falsifying information first, and the information is not genuine, so the message is not conveyed truthfully. The second disadvantage is there's no communication, there's no face-to-face communication between the people who you meet on daily basis or among friends. When you have these mediums, you tend to be relying on those platforms, so most of the time you will only communicate with them when there is a necessary, unlike those days where you can meet up with friends or families even in a gathering nowadays, people are tend to only use social media to associate with these people. So these are advantages and disadvantages of using these social networking services. In conclusion, so we have to consider as an individual, does it take the benefit of these social media platforms to make use of it, regardless of how we can take that as a limitation and becomes a becomes negative towards us. Thank you.